Yo, what's going on, Bills Mafia? Welcome to another episode of Mafia Talk. It's your host, Julian J. Mafia. And got Big Cub Pedro Pizzi in the building with us. And man, we talking Bills. We talking horrible officiating game. We all know that. We all been complaining, man. To start off, we already donated $40,000 to the visually impaired for how bad the refs played. $40,000 Bills Mafia chopped out just because of this game and how terrible it was called. And I don't want to dwell too much into the referees. Yeah, we're going to go off for like a good 10, 15 minutes. Let's just get it out of our system because everybody, even the national media, ESPN, everybody, they already tweeted. They're talking about it, how horrible. Even Nelly, he even tweeted out how terrible the officiating was. So let's just start off there. Let's get it off the table because it wasn't just the referees that blew the game for us. I mean, we blew a whole entire first half. But let's just start with the calls because that's the most obvious. I mean, everybody see the picture. I mean, let Stephon Diggs free, man. He was getting held left, right, which way forward. Jerseys getting ripped off. Fucking blatant calls right in front of the corner judge. I mean, kind of a takeover. What's up with the officiating?
I mean,
it's hilarious.
I mean, we all seen it, right? So it's like, there's no excuse for it, man. Like, there was like, especially the one when we're driving in the fourth to take the lead, the one dude he pretty much brought Diggs down in the end zone. And like the very next drive in overtime, they give Brady one. They give Brady one.
They gave him a couple.
They gave him a couple that was questionable, like the one with Dane Jackson and Croc. But I mean, man, the referees, bro, like it's brutal, and it's not even just being a Bills fan. We got people that are not Bills fans saying the same exact thing.
Right.
Like, we got to get this shit corrected, man, because that like I just, in the same sense, man, you can't go down 24-3 like at half.
I mean, I got pictures right here. I mean, clear PI, man. He's trying to do a comeback, get his shit tugged. Another one right here. He's getting his jersey ripped down. You could see his breastplate on his shoulder pads. But what they want to say,
standing right there,
staring at. But they want to give him the benefit of doubt. Oh, the Stephon Diggs is blocking his view, so he can't make the proper. There's referees everywhere, man. It's not just that one. This one, oh my god, kills me. Like, balls in the air. Diggs trying to make a play on it, but what? Jerseys getting pulled, arms being held. Like, it's ridiculous. It's disgusting, man. That was disgusting.
I agree.
There's nothing we can do about there's really nothing we can do to the rest unless NFL needs to find these referees for. I understand they're humans. The game is fast. It's split second judgment, but I mean, you're a professional referee. Like this, like these are game changing calls, and we already know what happened. Like 2-3 years ago with the Cody Ford fucking block. 2 years later, then they say like, oh yeah, Bills Mafia, my bad. It was a bad call. Even though we ruined a playoff chance, the playoff extension for you guys. We don't get nothing out of it. We chopped out all the money we chopped out to Cody Ford for all the money y'all fined them for that play. Y'all didn't refund Cody Ford for that. That's another thing that kind of blew my mind because 2 years later, on a game-changing call, 2 years later, you're going to say, my bad, but you do nothing about it. You find that player, and you don't give them a check back. You don't, nothing. It blows my mind, and they're not going to do nothing. Watch, we're going to hear about this in the next 2 years where they say, that game against the Bucks, my bad, Buffalo Bills and Bills Mafia. It was a bad call, so I'm sorry. Like, you know that old saying where you break somebody's plate or you break somebody's phone, and you tell them I'm sorry, that doesn't magically make the phone or the plate
right.
It's still broken.
Right.
We need action. We don't need sorries and this and that third. We need action. We need something done about the officiating in the NFL. And it's not just with the Bills, even though the Bills been getting raped the calls all season. It's literally the Bills against the other team against the referees. And it's just never going our way, man. And yeah, I feel you. Yeah, we can't let the referees decide the game and all that, but shit, let's stop letting them influence the game.
I mean, yeah, but at the same time, you had a chance at the end to not kick the field goal and go for the win, which we'll get into that later.
Later, because you brought it up. I want to talk about it now.
I mean, we can go. Like, in my personal opinion, Sean McDermott coached like a bitch.
He did, but
in that situation.
That play was the Tennessee Titans.
You have to
go ahead.
You have to, as the coach there. I mean, I get you want to take it into overtime. I get, but you have to read the situation, right? You're down 24-3. You got all the momentum in the world. Yeah. It's 4th and 2. You can still get a first down. You don't even need a touchdown, right? So, I mean, you got Brady on the other side. You don't want to play for overtime to give him a chance.
3 and out.
You got all the momentum. You mean to tell me you can't run Josh Allen for 2 yards? You've been running them all game. Or like whatever, like go score, go win the game. Stop playing for
Stop being overtime. A pussy. Grab your balls and dive it in. And yeah, Coach McDermott's coaching this game was really sus. And that's
he's coaching all year been really suspect.
Yeah, but I want to tell you that you're wrong on the play call. I mean, that's a coin flip, but the main reason why he kicked the ball to go into overtime was Tennessee Titans was because that decision was solely made because of that previous game. We wanted to go for.
I hope not.
No, but it did. Not necessarily agreeing yes or no. I felt like it should have been flipped. We should have went for Tennessee. I mean, we should have kicked it in Tennessee, took that into overtime, and we should have went on 4th down to win the game against the Bucs. But that was Coach McDermott's sole decision was he thought back to Tennessee like, oh, I gave the ball to Josh Allen to get a first down, and we came up short. Doesn't matter what happened. Doesn't matter that Deion Dawkins got blown up and put on his ass, and Josh Allen slipped. And I'm pretty sure there was a stat laying around. Josh Allen's 30 for 32 in 4th down situation, 4th and short. Oh, because y'all missed the last 2 attempts, you're just not going to give it to Josh no more? That's ridiculous. And, I mean, yeah, we got raped in that call, and then they wanted to play it safe. It's going overtime, but yeah.
And on top of that, you can't go 3 and out in overtime when you get the ball first. You got to go down there and score. You have to go down there and score.
Yeah,
you don't kick the ball. And then we got robbed again in overtime on that 3rd and 1 call where Fournette got stuck, and then they gave it to him anyway.
Yep.
It was just, man. But I'll tell you what, man, to talk something positive, man, to see our franchise quarterback just tell his boys, like, yo, get on my back. I got this.
So a lot of people have been talking about this, man. Everybody talking about Edmonds trash. My biggest thing about Tremaine
Edmonds on a linebacker, though, like on a wide receiver. Like, what do you want him to do? He's a fucking middle linebacker. That's on Leslie Frazier. Yeah. That's not on Tremaine Edmonds.
That last play, yeah. Because
you can't. Rashad Perriman is one of the fastest wide receivers in the league. You cannot expect fucking Tremaine Edmonds to cover him one-on-one.
I mean, Tremaine Edmonds should have anticipated that. You see him crossing by, you should already start running. Make him stop and catch in the middle and try to go back into traffic. But, I mean, yeah.
It's a mismatch no matter what, bro. And that's Brady. He's going to find it, and he does what he does.
Right, exactly. With Tremaine Edmonds, I don't know. I don't know if he's trash, but when the contract comes up, we got to sign him for a 5-year deal. I'm not signing him for a lot of money. We're already paying him $11 million right now, if I'm not mistaken. I don't want to pay him a lot of money. I feel like all those Pro Bowls, those were luck. I mean, you obviously earned it, but Tremaine Edmonds is overrated. I don't think I've said it enough. He's been playing good in the first half of the season, but he's definitely overrated, and Matt Milano is severely underrated. Matt Milano is a fucking dog, and nobody gives him the props. He has the linebacker vision and mindset that everybody with Tremaine Edmonds had. He finds the right holes to blitz. Even if the running back picks it up, he pushes the running back into the quarterback. Matt Milano did that a couple times to Brady. He found the right hole and pressured Brady the right way. Not just pressure him and then Brady pops out for fucking 12 yards. Like, get the fuck out of here. And what, F.A. Obata? How do you let Tom Brady juke you out your
Brady juked him.
How? I will not understand, man. That is ridiculous.
Yo, but see, my problem with Tremaine is he's 6'5", like 250, 260, and he doesn't play like it. He doesn't play like it. He plays like a scared little girl when he plays out there.
Yeah.
Like, he plays timid. He doesn't play. When Tremaine Edmonds is playing well, you can tell he's playing without thinking. He's not thinking when he's playing. So, and when he's not playing well, he's thinking too much.
Thinking too much. He's not filling in the right holes. He's overshooting on runs. Because on that Leonard Fournette, like, why do we keep letting 50-yard runs right down the middle? Not right down the middle, but damn near in the interior of our line. It makes no sense because Matt Milano's not picking the right holes to blitz. And
that's on Edmonds.
And I mean, not Milano, Edmonds. Yeah, I meant Edmonds. He's not clogging the right holes. Is in our line, we're not shedding blocks.
We're soft.
We're soft. We're getting bullied. I mean, yeah.
It looks like to me the only person that got any kind of balls on our team is our quarterback.
yeah. We're gonna give Josh Allen some time because what a fucking performance, man. Josh Allen played against the Tampa Bay Bucks, the referees, and Sean McDermott. He had to beat three people and almost won.
He couldn't do nothing in the first half because he couldn't get any protection.
At least go ahead.
Why do you suit up John Feliciano if you're not going to play him?
Yeah.
What's the point?
Yeah.
What is the point?
Now, they were saying that we don't have no backup centers and John Feliciano is only
we ain't had no backup centers while he was hurt. So what that argument, like I heard that argument a couple either it was today or yesterday.
Yeah.
On GR on Capaccio show, and what's the argument? We didn't have a backup center when he was on injured reserve.
Yeah.
So I mean, what changes? What?
I thought the same thing. I'm like, you got Feliciano. You seen the pressure. Like damn near every play in the first half, there was a free rusher. Devin White was in Josh Allen's face, and then do not put if Brader's on the field. Do not have him in the backfield blocking for Josh. He's gonna get him hurt. He's gonna get him blown up. Something bad is gonna happen because that Devin White walked right up the middle, and then Brader just throws his body.
And you know what? That one play though, and at the end of the fourth quarter, we were driving when Josh ran, and I think that was right when it was first, like where we were inside the red zone at that point. Josh ran to the outside, and he almost made it in the end zone.
Yeah.
But I thought like they didn't even take a look at it. Like I thought Josh may have made it. Like he might have made it because the ball did hit the pylon. But they just say, "Oh, he stepped out of bounds at like the 7."
That's the thing, like. If y'all, I mean, I don't think he made it. I guarantee. Like,
I don't know if he made it, but I thought
steps were like hairline. I don't know if you could. The thing is, they didn't review it to see if there was any green in between his foot and the outside, like they did for Gabe Davis, which we're gonna talk about Gabe Davis in a minute because what a performance by him. But how in the Indianapolis game last year in the playoffs, how they reviewed it and they zoomed in and they seen a green line in between his cleat and the white out of bounds markers, and that just tells you if you see a green line, you're automatically in. They didn't give Josh that. They wasn't giving Josh nothing. I don't know, but
listen, man. I ain't trying to be that guy, but you can't sit there and tell me the NFL don't want a Brady Belichick Super Bowl. You can't tell me that. You can't tell me that the league ain't like. They didn't want to give the Bills that game because they knew for sure if we won against Tampa, we'd be right back in it with New England.
Our playoff percentage would have jumped up to 88%. Right now, we're still holding a 7th seed, and we're 66%. But yeah, that definitely would have helped us. It's an NFC opponent, so it doesn't necessarily matter to us. I mean, every game matters, and if we would have won that, it would have soared our chances. But I mean. We're still in it. You gotta win out.
If New England loses to Indianapolis, if New England loses to Indy and we beat Carolina, then we're right back in line for the division. All we got to do is go to Foxborough and win.
Oh man, Kevin, I feel you, man. Matt Milano is just severely underrated, man. My man goes west to east to west. He runs sideline to
I don't know
sideline.
if he's the best linebacker in the league, though. I don't know
I'm
about
gonna have to
all
see
that.
everybody else, but he's definitely up there, top 5, man. He's top 5. He still got
Maybe
the hit. He
top
could, yeah, okay. We're gonna have to talk about that later, but shit,
I'm
Jonathan in
just
the building,
saying.
man. Let me know when you got time, cause I was at Jonathan's house and was watching the game, man. I was hot. Jay was talking like, damn, I think you was so crazy every time the Bills play. Like, dude, these guys were pissing me off in the first half. Everything, look at, did I download a video? Because this play right here pissed me the fuck off, man. Because our defense was so confused. These boys did not know what was going on. As soon as Tampa wanted motion, this and that and third, you see the middle, our secondary, bumping into each other, don't know who we checking in. They get a big play to Edmonds. Evans. Let me see if it's right here. I don't.
Rush 4. Brady has the time and the accuracy.
Yeah, it was a little. I ain't recorded back enough, but yeah, the Tampa Bay pretty much did a couple motions in the backfield. It was like Ron Johnson, Milano, Edmonds. Hyde, they was all just running back and forth, bumping into each other. I'm like, what the fuck are you guys doing? I understand you're doing man, but you guys are everywhere. Nobody's in position. He hikes the ball and Evans down the field for like 20 yards. That had me going, man. You guys got to be better than that. And if you're playing man and emotion is messing you up that bad, just drop back in zone. Everybody just spread out and keep everything in front of you. Everything in front of you and everybody gang tackle. That was embarrassing. That showed me that nobody know what to do on that play. And pretty much the whole first half, the defense did not know what to do. The Tampa Bay offense was driving. Every single play they had was a positive game. We could not stop nothing they did. Tom Brady, like, we think we got Tom Brady closing the pocket. No, he pops back out and he makes a play. Like, we can't shed a block. We can't get the quarterback. We're letting the middle of our defense wide open for little simple curl routes. And like Gronkowski, I mean, we did shut him down in the second half because I did not see no Gronk at all in the second half. But I mean,
I don't know. It's a combination of a bunch of things, man.
it is. It's a combination of everything going wrong. It's a combination of Brandon Beane not making zero moves at the draft deadline or the trade deadline. Like, shame on Brandon Beane on that for making zero moves. And then we everybody stopped. I was one of them. I will admit that I said that Brandon Beane made no moves against the D line and O line. He made moves. Our players just haven't been coming around. Boogie Basham, he's not getting no time. So what the hell you want to do with that? I mean, he addressed that side. I mean, Group, he's doing good. Still a rookie, still kind of skinny and small. Don't got his grown man strength yet, but he's still balling. I mean, Starlo too. Like, what the fuck is going on with that, man? He's on the field. He's kind of good, but dude, like, what's going on?
He's not on the field anymore.
No. Offensive line. What they got? Spencer Brown. He's a stud, rookie, and he's our savior for the line right now. Tommy Doyle.
Dawkins has been playing better the last couple games.
Better. His rankings are going higher and higher. I mean, we're not really seeing it on the field, but I mean, we're not seeing him fucking up as he was in the beginning of the year. So big ups to Deion Dawkins. But yeah, Tommy Doyle he got one play in one game and it was a sack. Had a bench. So Ben Anderson got picked up by a different team, the Eagles, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, another thing, Jake Fromm got picked up by the Giants. And I don't know if he got to play, but I know there was a lot of talk saying that he was going to make his first NFL debut.
Shit, man. We might, depending on how Josh's foot is looking, we might see Mitch Trubisky on Sunday.
So I'm glad you brought that up. Yeah, it's Money Mitch. Let Mitch Trubisky take over for the Panthers game. If we cannot beat the Panthers, we do not deserve to be in the playoffs. Our defense need to stop them. And our offense needs to be good enough for Trubisky to make his plays and dink and dunk. I do not want Josh Allen to go on that field and do what he did last week. He's going to kill himself. I do not want that. I want Josh Allen to be our quarterback for the next couple years, not just give him his all this season and then that's it. He fucked up his foot or his ankle and he's done for a year or two. Like I do, that's one thing I do not want.
Yeah, I don't think that we're at a point now where, man, if Josh can play, he's got to play, man. He's got. We're at that point now. Like if we were 9-3, 10-3 right now, I'd say yeah. Rest Josh, like let Mitch play. It is what it is. But right now, we can't afford another loss, man.
Yeah.
And Carolina has the number 2 defense in the league.
Yeah.
So let's not go in there sleeping. They do got Stephon Gilmore.
Yeah.
So like, let's not go in there and like I get what you're trying to say. Like we should be able to beat the Panthers with Mitch Trubisky, but I'm not willing to take that chance. If 17 could go, 17 got to go.
I don't want to because 17 is gonna go. He gonna go out
and now you just gotta you just gotta play in the pocket, man. Just do your thing in the pocket.
That's not his game. That's not how we're getting.
It is his game. I mean, he just recently started running again.
Yeah,
he just recently started running again. So like, listen, man, this is where Josh put them boys on his back last week, and everybody was talking about how much of a warrior Josh is and all that. Well, guess what? Josh is hurt right now, and I need y'all boys to step it up for him too. Y'all got to step it up for your quarterback this week and protect him.
So if Matt had Tremaine Edmonds size, he'll be yeah. I mean that's 100%. If Matt Milano
we're not saying that he's not better than Tremaine Edmonds. I'm just saying I don't know if he's the best linebacker in the league. He's better than Tremaine Edmonds, but
yeah, but
I get Matt Milano. He's definitely one of the top linebackers in the league for sure. But
so just to clarify that, I mean, because doesn't necessarily agree that Matt Milano's top in the league, but he's definitely better than Edmonds. But I mean,
he's way better.
Edmonds is top in the league, so I don't know, man. But if you watching the Bills defense, you already know who's the better linebacker, who's underrated, who's overrated.
You know what Edmonds makes me feel like? I'm gonna tell you. You know how remember back when we had Gilmore, everybody was telling us how good Gilmore was. And we were like, yo, what are you talking about? We watch this dude get burnt every week. What are you talking about? That's how Edmonds feels, you know, because everybody on the outside is like, oh, Edmonds is a stud.
Are we not using him right?
He's doing that. No, I'm just saying, like, he's not playing that well. He was playing well, and then he got hurt. He missed that game. And then he came back, and it just for me, I feel like he's playing like he's too afraid to get hurt. Like if he plays reckless, he's gonna get hurt.
I see that.
He's thinking about it. It's what more
that's funny. That's funny that you said that because he's playing the way. I mean, I'm by no means am I comparing myself to Tremaine Edmonds. So, but when I injured my shoulder, I was scarier linebacker. Not scary to them, scary to myself. I was a lot more hesitant. I wasn't jumping, blissing through the hole, or when I wanted to tackle or wrap somebody up. I'm kind of favoring my shoulder. And I remember the one play. When I was playing for South Park, it was a one game. I said, fuck it. Stop being a bitch. I'm going to blow this shit up. Dude came right the motor, and I blew him up. I scooped him, and my shoulder popped out. I'm like, I dropped him. He fell on his feet, gained an extra 5 yards. So, in a similar sense, I feel that because I played a certain way. You watched me all my whole football career. In high school, you knew how I played linebacker.
Mm-hmm.
I was a havoc wreaker. I blew up gaps. I chased out like, I was that ball hawk. I was a dog. When I had my shoulder injury, and then after that, I played a lot softer, so I could see that. And didn't Tremaine have what was his injury last year? Was it not shoulder issues?
Yeah, he had a shoulder issue, and I think he had a torn rotator cuff at one point.
Yeah,
maybe not last year, but like I think in his career here, he's had some shoulder issues, and it's like, look, you just said it right there. You were playing in high school, and there was that split second of hesitation. That split second of hesitation in the pros is going to get you beat every time.
And that's probably what we've been seeing. That's exactly what we're seeing. So who knows? Touch on what Kevin had to say. Ed Oliver is a dog, but he needs a fat boy next to him. He needs a Vita Vea. He needs a Vita Vea. Yeah. He needs somebody because you're on and off the field. When you're on the field, you do good. Sometimes you're not. I don't know, but that's something we might have to address in the draft or free agency or something. We need a fat boy. Stop going with versatile players where you can flip flop and switch outside, inside, and all this. No. We need a fucking 350-pound dude that clogs up the hole. We need a giant shit to clog the hole. I'm tired of Ed Oliver. You're a great player, but you're too small. You're too skinny. Like every time they put the camera on,
they should have his ass slim down and play defensive end. That's where he needs to do is slim down a little bit and play defensive end.
But they try to do that with Ebnesa. That's not working. And then Groot, he's skinny.
See, my thing is I don't think they're giving these guys enough snaps. Like, I know we're trying to rotate in and out. Like, I know we're trying to have fresh bodies out there all the time. But you invested so much draft capital in these guys. Like, you got to let them play. Like, why isn't Boogie Basham playing? Like, what is he do? Like, you got to give him reps. They can't get better without the reps.
Right. Live reps.
Like, live reps.
Same when
you're gonna tell me like, yeah, Addison every once in a while he has a couple good games, but then he disappears. You know what I'm saying? Like, you taking out Rousseau to put in who? Like Addison? Like, okay.
Is Addison and Rousseau, Jerry Hughes, and who else is he flopping out with? Jerry Hughes and Ebnesa.
Jerry Hughes, Ebnesa. Yeah, like Obata. Obata should have never touched the field again after he let Brady juke him out of his panties.
Yeah. Ish boy, I appreciate you joining the chat. But other than the Ish, man, let's get brother in love in this show, man. What's going on with Jonathan? How you feeling, brother? Because I was at the house with you, man, watching the game, and you know how I was fuming.
Shaking out the panties. That shit got me right there.
Yeah, man, he left his panties over there at the 25-yard line, bro. Yeah. Go pick him up. Like, damn, man, Brady out here juking him like he Michael Vick or some shit, man.
Yeah,
that was the worst shit I ever seen in my life. It was so slow motion too. Me and Julian like, like how the fuck you missed that, bro? Like we was in shock. It was crazy. I was like, man. But yeah. What'd you say? How I feel about the game?
Yeah. Overall, I mean, besides officiating, what's your thoughts on the game?
I mean, you guys are basically saying it all. I'm just gonna go off of what you guys' topic is talking about, and I'm gonna jump in here and there. I didn't do no stats and shit like that, obviously, but I basically feel the same way. But I'm gonna say this about Emmons. You know, I am one big critic on Emmons. I talk shit about him every fucking game. But I don't know, man. I have stupid big hope. I'm like Sean McDermott right now when it comes to him. And it's
he is only 23 years old.
Yeah,
like we gotta
23, 21, 20. I don't care how old. It's something about. I don't know if I think it has to be the way they use him, the way you're teaching them. Because there's no way you're gonna tell a guy, yo, do it like this, do it like that, every single practice, every single year, and you're still not clicking. So there's something missing there. You know what I mean? There has to be a personnel that watches over him or is with him all the time. Is just not his style.
For me, man, what's missing for him is that heart. He ain't got no heart, man. Play like a bitch.
How do you guys, well, first of all, appreciate you back with Bob, man, for joining the show. Nothing but love. You got some points. He says he's a stud. I mean, he is. That you can't coach that size, speed, and length. You can't. At that age, you can't. But I mean, some players are hard-headed. Maybe they can't. I don't know. But how do you feel about moving them to the end? I don't know. Talk to me.
Who's going to be the Mike linebacker then? If you move him.
I don't know, man.
Stop it. Hey, yo. Man, not football related. Jonathan, you watching the same thing I'm watching right now?
Yeah, I'm watching your bum-ass team playing.
Yeah, let's go. Right, yeah. Man, I'm hating on my boys, man.
Fucking hardhead like Westbrook, man.
Man. We ain't worried about Westbrook. I'm here to watch LeBron.
Yo, so how you guys feel about Singletary, man?
I thought when they ran the ball, and I wanted to touch on that too. When we started running the ball in the second half, man, I thought Singletary did a beautiful job. I like what they were doing though. If you've seen, they were pulling guards, and Mitch Morris was pulling. We ain't really seen that much this year. They was trying to just run the ball straight into the hole, into the gap. But in the second half, like you seen, like Williams was pulling on a couple plays. Fucking Boddicker pulled. So did Morris. Like it was, and a couple of those Singletary runs. Like Singletary got loose because of the pulling guy.
And the holes were wide open, and he exploded on them.
And even when Josh was running too on the power runs, like Morris coming around, and he's got his hand on Morris's back, like running 15 yards. Like go ahead, like.
And that's what I was talking
about. Been all season.
You brought it up last week, and you were saying like how you got to block the person in front of you, but no, because whether it was defense or offensive line, that pin and pull confuses the shit out of the opposing lineman, and that's what opened up for Josh Allen's big run, because it was Williams that pulled the defensive tackle, thought he had a free holder come through, or no, it was Devin White. He thought he had a free holder blitz through, because the other defensive tackle, Check Mix Morris, he thought he was going to come through, and then what was it, Deion Dawkins or somebody came right and clogged it right up, and he had Williams as a lead blocker. Oh, no, it was vice versa. I'm talking about for the touchdown. Spencer Brown came around. Spencer Brown came around and did that, but he had that end was already sealed, so he was just running to the end zone with Josh. As soon as he seen a blocker, let me throw my body at him so nobody trips Josh up. Like, that's what we need, and I feel like our previous run game is just, block
but
the
whose fault is that, though? That's the coach's fault.
Coach's fault. Not necessarily Dable, that's the offensive line coach.
No. That's Dable.
Yeah.
Because he is the offensive coordinator, right? So it goes through him, man. He calls the plays. It's on him. Yeah. Those plays are in the playbook. Like, it's on him. Like, at some point, man, like, you gotta take the pressure off Josh. Like, he can't do it all by himself. I mean, look, he can, but he tried. I mean,
but the only reason why I feel like our running game was so successful in the second half is because we never hand the ball off in the whole entire first half. They were solely selling out for the pass. It was backing everybody up. So I feel like that's what gave so much success to our run game, which we need to incorporate more, because we don't necessarily need the run game to open up the pass. Sometimes we need the pass game to open up the run. And that game kind of proved that to be true. The reason why it was such a big deficit in the first half, we wasn't capitalizing on the plays we needed to capitalize. That's where we should have scored and stacked up our points before the refs got fucking trigger happy.
But if you're a coach, if you're Dable, you have to see that they're going at Josh. Mm-hmm. They're selling out to go after the quarterback. Where's your draws? Where's your draw? Where's your fucking jet sweep to McKenzie? You got both McKenzie and Stevenson in there, and you don't use them at all. Like, where are your screenplays to beat the aggressive defense when they're being really aggressive? That's how you beat an aggressive defense.
And that's the thing. Like, as a NFL coach at that, shouldn't there be a formula for everything? You would think if a defense does this to you, there should be something that there should be a counteract to everything.
I just gave it to you. It to you.
That's what I'm trying to.
That's football 101. Like, that's.
Or if your run game is so good, like what the Patriots did to us. If you're getting ran down your throat, shouldn't there be something to counteract that? Stack the box, run a 4-3. No, let's just stay in nickel, because I'd rather have Teron Johnson on the field than anybody else. And that's another problem that I feel like the front office did. Like, I mean, not that big of a blame, but I feel like they sold out on strictly passing. They neglected running on both sides of the field. Like, when it came to defense, they neglected to get beefy players to clog up the run. You got nothing but versatile and fast players. Nothing but DBs. And then with the lack of Trey, I mean, you tell me, guys. I'm going to start with Jonathan. How much of a difference could Tre'Davious White made in that game?
Not a big difference. I don't think that much. I mean, he's going to make a difference, obviously, but in that game, not that much.
I think he makes a little bit.
Like Pete said, you gotta go to the quarterback. You got to get to him. You got to put some type of pressure. They didn't do it at all. That pressure.
Well, I mean, Jonathan's right. Yeah, I think so, too. Like, I was just about to say, I think Trey would have made, but then he's right. Trey wouldn't have made a difference because Brady had all fucking day. Brady had all day to throw the ball. I think the one time we got pressure on him is when we stopped him. And Matt Milano got that sack. That was like the only time we got to him.
Yep.
But like, we got zero pressure on them.
Yeah, Trey is just like a
Josh Allen had like 3 sacks and 11 QB hits and pressures.
Yeah, I mean,
gotta protect your quarterback.
It's not the running that's gonna get him hurt. It's the fucking constant hits. And this dude gets no roughing the passer calls. They give him no calls for that either.
It was in the beginning of the game, and yeah, when Devin White blitzed up the hole and Matt Brady tried to fucking nick him, Devin White was holding him up, and 58 came by, shoulder to the helmet. No call. Yeah, I already blew the whistle, and this is where he fumbled, but the play was already blown dead, so there's no fumble. Like, Devin White held Josh up. Another player's trying to rip the ball out. Here comes 58 around the corner, shoulder to the helmet. No call.
Well, I mean, it ain't just us, man. The referees were really bad. If you watch that Monday night game, man, Matthew Stafford took a hell of a fucking face mask, and there was no call. Like, it was blatant. Like, the dude grabbed it and ripped it, and they still didn't call it.
Yeah. It's ridiculous. But back to what the Trey Davis, I felt like it would have made a difference because that Dane Jackson where he almost made an interception, it was tough. No slight on Dane Jackson.
I think Trey gets that though.
Trey gets the interception.
I said that when it happened. Yeah, I did.
I don't blame him for dropping it, but Trey stops that. He would have slightly influenced because Tom Brady would have went after Dane so much. Some plays that that veteran mindset, that Treyway play, would have made that difference, but who knows? He's out. But the thing is, it's weird that we're feeling like we're not even thinking about Trey. Dane Jackson's hold his own. Last game was strictly run, so he necessarily didn't need Tre'Davious.
I thought Dane definitely, I'm agree. He definitely held his own.
Hell yeah. He got fucked over too because so many calls. Like I said in the beginning of first quarter, Gronkowski.
It was a bad one on Levi Wallace too.
Yeah, that's towards the end of the game. That was in overtime against Levi. Let me. I think I got that video right here. Oh, wrong one.
3rd and 5. And that's knocked away by Jackson, who is furious for the flag.
That was Dane. That was Dane.
Yeah, that was Dane.
You know what, Tony? It's on because when Wallace is chasing Evans realizes Wallace doesn't hands right here.
Yeah, that's not pass
interference.
That's not the.
You know what, Tony? It's on because when Wallace is chasing.
But look, even on that play, I'm pretty sure that's the overtime play. No.
I don't remember, but I know what play that is. It was either late in the fourth or it might have been overtime, but that's not passing interference.
Anyways, but the thing is, our cornerbacks are turning around, and I don't know, man. We can literally read in the definitions of NFL officiating, whatever y'all got it written, the definition of PI, and that's exactly what we see. We're gonna argue it, tell us this, that, and the third. We know Diggs got PI'd, and then Wallace and Dane got defensive PI when it's clearly offensive PI. Even Dan Blandino said it. Whatever the head of officiating.
I want to bring up something positive though. I know we was gonna talk about it, but man, what a game from Gabe Davis, man. What a game. And it makes me I don't want to see Emmanuel Sanders hurt, but I'm kind of excited to see what Gabe's gonna do to step in for him on Sunday. Especially if Josh could go. Because Gabe, man, we can forget how good he is, man. Like, because he hasn't really done much this season. But I don't understand how we don't get that kid the ball. I seen a article earlier today how.
Yeah, see that?
Yeah. I seen it. Was that the article? Oh no. I seen an article. They was talking about how the Bills are criminally underusing Gabe Davis.
Look, real quick, I'm gonna let you finish. Gabe Davis last 100 targets, 58 receptions, 981 yards, 11 touchdowns. Stephon Diggs with the last 100 targets, 65 receptions, 843 yards with 6 touchdowns. So you meaning to tell me with 7 less targets or 7 less receptions, this man got over 140 yards over Stephon Diggs with 5 more touchdowns? Give the man Davis the ball. Get him on the field. He's an amazing blocker.
That's a good stat, but it's a
Tell me.
I don't know the right word to say it. It's a kind of a loaded stat because Gabe Davis doesn't have to face the other team's number one guy every game.
Yeah, they're not gonna double.
They don't double him. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying Gabe ain't good, but Diggs faces the number one corner. Diggs faces the double team. Diggs faces the fucking defensive game plan because you know they game planning to stop him.
You're absolutely right, and I'm glad you said that to give it some more light on it. But I mean, numbers still don't lie. And then watching this entire season, how many times have we seen Diggs? And compared to how many times we see Davis, and you're putting up them numbers?
I mean, ridiculous. I'm not saying Davis can't be a playmaker, but those numbers are kind of skewed because if at best Davis is probably facing their number 3 or number 2 or number 3 corners.
That's falling in the lines of last year, how Gabe Davis blew up last year because you got Beasley eating, you got Diggs eating, and then it opens
John
up
Brown,
the field.
when he was on the field, John Brown was eating too.
Yeah, and that opens up the field for Davis, and that's why he was able to do him. So,
but see, that's
I do understand your point.
We're missing that one piece, that one guy that could take the top off the defense, and we're missing that guy, which we had last year. I mean, yeah, Brown was hurt, but when he was on the field, you had to worry about him beating you deep.
But Brown was nowhere on the field last year. Brown did nothing last year, and I'm gonna challenge you that. Tell me what John Brown did last year.
What you mean?
What did John Brown had
John Brown had like 45 catches last year.
I want to see it because I don't remember seeing John Brown at all. Maybe a couple games. He had a couple
at the beginning of the year in the Miami game.
We're not going to dwell too much, but like I said, I'm gonna challenge you to show me. What, I'm gonna do some research too. I'm gonna look at.
But here's the thing.
Gabe Davis.
But here's the thing, though.
For him. Go ahead.
No, I mean Gabe played well. I'm not saying he didn't. My thing is, whenever John Brown was on the field, he was a threat to. He was a threat to beat you deep. You don't not necessarily that he did. We just had that threat. Right now, we don't have that threat.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying John Brown was a world beater, but I'm saying when he was on the field, you had to account for him. You know what I'm saying?
Like, it takes away Gabe Davis' player eyes to. I got you.
If they want to play single safety, I mean 2 safeties high, you could always send Brown on a post to split the safeties. Even if you don't throw it to Brown, that safety's got to make a choice.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then if he goes deep with Brown, that opens up the underneath shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Or it leaves one-on-one somewhere. And a lot of times that was Gabe Davis because the other safety was over there on Diggs' side.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Gabe Davis.
I'm just saying, you got Stevenson, you got him activated. He's probably the fastest receiver on the fuck. Line him up, let him run some damn routes. Give him a chance.
They're not gonna.
What you playing him for? Because you got McKenzie. What you playing him for? You got McKenzie to fucking do what he's doing, and then you taking a roster spot over somebody like Boogie Basham that can help the defensive line.
Who did they take? Let me see the inactive list because who did they take away for them to allow to have 7 receivers? That's what I want to know.
Basham was out. Vernon Butler, Moss.
Star,
Cody Ford.
They pretty much took from the line. So I mean, I don't know. I do want to see more 7 receivers. I highly doubt they're gonna put Stevenson in this offense. Maybe next year, but I do feel you. Maybe that speed will look lovely in the offense, but
he don't have to do anything. He just send him on a damn go route.
Yeah.
He doesn't have to be thrown to him.
Yeah.
You don't have to throw it to him.
Yeah.
Let's free up some space for Beasley. Let's free up some space for Knox. Free up some space for Diggs. Like, fucking send the man on a deep post.
Yeah, I feel that.
You know what I'm saying? Like, decoy. Like,
what's the point of having a fully loaded offense? You're not going to use it right.
Right. And on top of that probably keeps the safety out of the box, too, to maybe help our run game, too.
Yeah.
Like, man, these boys need to call me up, man.
I'm telling you, right.
They need to call me up, man.
Absolutely.
Man. We got a fully loaded team, and they're not being utilized the right way. You know what I mean?
I agree.
Is not complementing what we have, man. They're not using them properly at all. What's the point of having weapons you're not going to use them?
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
Oh, we got all these big boy names, but everything's on Josh Allen's back. I mean, you look in the history of NFL, all those teams that did it, the Panthers, Washington, where RG3 was there,
Yep.
and so forth and so forth. It doesn't work out. These boys get hurt. What? Look at Wilson in Seattle. How many times he got hit?
Yeah.
They start declining. It's like, what's the point, dude? Let him sit in the pocket. Let him throw. Let him do what he has to do. That's why you got him. You don't got him to carry your whole team on his back. That's ridiculous, man. It doesn't work out that way.
I mean, in a way, too, I hate to be this guy too, but he did sign that $256 million contract. That's what
he earned his money. For everybody who said that, like, oh, you paid him too soon, this and that and the third. No, Josh Allen earned his fucking money, man. He earned his money.
He earned it, but you want to keep him out there. You pay him that money to make the right decisions, to make the right throws, to read that defense, and pick your boys up and carry them in a sense of not getting hurt, of not risking your health, in a sense of what's the sense? You got wide receivers, you got running backs. Let them do their job. You got your job to do. Let them do theirs.
Right. What's stopping from Josh Allen when he comes up to the formation? What was hindering him from calling a completely different play? Let's change the formation. If I'm lined up under center and an outside play, like, you know what? Let me back it up to a shotgun play and let's go deep. I haven't seen much of that where he completely changes the entire play at the line of scrimmage. Where he changes formation.
I don't know if I could change formation, but like, I'm sure there's times where he gets to the line of scrimmage and it's a run play and he changes it to a pass.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. He's every time you step in the line, he's seeing. I'm not. What my thing is his next step, instead of noticing this, let's get out of a run or go into a run. There, the box is light. There's only 5, 6 people in the box. They're telling us to run, so let's run. I'm talking about what I just said, where they're lining up to under center. Oh, you know what? They're crashing down, they're stacking the box. Let's jump in shotgun. The confusion, the pre-snap motions, so he can see, are they playing man? Is this person following McKenzie? What's going on? What am I looking at? Is the safety blitzing or is the safety biting? Is one of the linebackers blitzing, or what are they doing? I want to see more of that. I want to see Josh Allen have more control over the offense. I feel like they still got Josh Allen on a leash. Am I tripping?
Yeah, it's not like he's not comfortable. It seems like he's not comfortable, or he just is not that good at reading it. So you build around that. Okay, you have a quarterback that can't really read to a certain degree. So you do a chemistry with your center. Have some help around. You know what I mean? Because not all quarterbacks can read defenses that fucking well. You know what I mean?
See, I don't know.
You have to help around that.
Go ahead. I disagree, guys. I really do. I think Josh can see it pre-snap a lot really well. I just feel like sometimes he, like you said earlier, Julian. I think he stares down Diggs sometimes too much, man. Like. And I get why he does it, because we want him to get the ball to Diggs, but for me, where's the no huddle offense? Where's the up tempo offense? Josh was so comfortable running that last year.
They had the Bucs. They tried it for a drive or two this game, and the Bucs had to call a timeout because they were tired.
Where is it? Where is it? It was there all last year, and Josh was carving people up in that shit. Where is it?
Bum-ass Lakers in my
Come on, bro. Come on, man. We struggling right now. Come on, man.
No, man. Damn, I forgot what I wanted to add in, but I don't know. Damn it, what the fuck I was gonna say?
Man. I think the time ran out with the coaching staff, bro. You guys can disagree, but I mean, it's not like you got a fresh ass fucking team over and over again. You got.
I don't know if I'm ready to get rid of McDermott.
No,
not him. No, I'm talking about something fresh.
Dable and Frazier, baby.
If they're going to play with smaller guys and faster guys, then what are you doing with coachings that are not really used to that, in a sense? I mean, Dable, I thought he would be good at it, because then he was coaching Alabama, was he, or Ohio State before he got here?
Yeah, that was Alabama.
So I'm like, I don't know, man. There's something missing.
I think I'd be okay with getting rid of Dable. I don't want to get rid of Frazier.
No,
because I think their defense is fine. I just wish Frazier would be a little more aggressive.
My thing is, I want something new. I feel like we're still the one trick pony who keep doing the same moves, and then other teams are already fond of it and developed against it and got our number. And we're trying to be tricky, like, oh, well, they think we're gonna do something different. We're gonna do the same. Like, we need something different. We need a new. That's like me cooking, and I'm using the same seasonings. After a while, it doesn't matter what I'm cooking: steak, chicken, pork chops, whatever. Everything tastes the same because I'm using the same seasoning. You know what I'm trying to say?
Right.
I feel like we need some Cajun or some curry, or we need a different flavor, a different weapon in Josh Allen's arsenal. We need another toy. I wouldn't say toy, but we need something different, man.
I'm just saying, guys, like, listen, let's be careful what we wish for, because we're talking like we've been good for years and we just can't get over the hump. We just started being good. So, like, let's I feel like a lot of us Bills fans, we got really, really spoiled last year, and now we're over here bitching and whining and complaining like we've been good for 15 years and like what the fuck's going on? No, like we had a really good season last year, and like let's easy, like chill. Like,
you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. The only thing I want to say that's different is that, yeah, you're absolutely right. We got spoiled, but last year the way we played and all the moves Brandon Beane made, we completely flipped this organization.
Yes, but I'm saying,
believe that, but it's like it's such a Billsy thing.
But I'm saying,
Billsy is that we only had 1 year. Is that it?
But you can't expect. Okay, but we've all been lauding how McDermott and Beane has been big baller Beane. He's hitting on everything, and everything he's doing is right. I mean, he can't get right all the time.
Every time, every player, right?
You know what I'm saying? And then the one time he doesn't get it right, here we are. Oh, Beane got to do this, and Beane, shit. Like, and I'm not saying we're not right, we're not wrong, or right. But I'm just saying, like, not just us, but like Bills Mafia in general.
We got to blame somebody.
Shit,
because
like,
how do you shut? We had a wide open Super Bowl window, and the Bills just shut that shit closed, nailed it in, and put the installation up. I mean, not yet. Not yet. It's still got a creak. We ain't put the installation in yet, but we definitely shut the window and nailed it down a little bit. Like we kind of blew our window. No,
we didn't blow the window. No, our Super Bowl window is open as long as Josh Allen's our quarterback.
Yeah.
No, until he gets hurt.
You can't bring these big name guys here that now they actually want to play here and just waste their years. I mean, there's a lot of guys. I mean, everybody deserves to win. So if you come here, you say, yo, I want to play in Buffalo. I guess other players hype. So at least if you come here, man, show some heart, man. Go out there and ball out so more players want to come here. More people want to represent Buffalo and play well.
Saquon Barkley next year, baby.
Listen, man, we're going to see. I don't know about that. He's too hurt, but we're going to see. We're going to talk about it.
Come on,
Michael Thomas is trash.
Tony Pollard, man. I still like Tony Pollard, man.
I'm going to disagree,
bro. Nice.
This dude want Michael Thomas. Michael Thomas ain't played a game pretty much in 2 years, and you want to bring him in.
You gonna say, fuck it, there's no Drew Brees. I'm not playing this fucking shit.
Yeah,
Rondo, baby. What's going on, Rondo? How you feeling, man? You came out of the show, but you made it.
What you get? What wide receiver would you get if they were available?
Me? Oh, big shot. I'm sorry, my bad. Game's coming down to the wire over here. My bad.
We about to finish up anyways.
For me, I would have took my shot at Odell Beckham, man. That's just me, man. I would have took that shot at Odell Beckham, man.
Sanders and Cole Beasley. I don't think Cole Beasley. I'm pretty sure he's going to retire next year. Everything he went through this year, I'm pretty sure he's going to retire. Emmanuel Sanders, I doubt he's going to come back. So if we don't, and I feel like we're going to have to pick up a receiver because we still got depth, but we need more depth.
But see, that's an episode for the off season.
Gotcha.
When ain't nothing going on. We could decide, we could have an episode where we talk about what we think we should do in the off season. You know what I mean?
Homie Ronald. Well, we're closing up. We got 5 minutes left, so shit. Jump in the chat. Let me know how you feel, Ronald. What should we do different? What are we doing wrong? Josh Allen is a fucking GOAT. Before I miss it, man, we got to do I love you, Josh. Where are we at? I do this.
One thing. When we do us, nobody can with us. Nobody. Be some dogs today. Let's go get a dog.
I love you,
Josh Allen. Man, I'm in love with Josh because he's a fucking warrior. He's a fucking dog. He put the entire Bills organization on his back, and he almost came back. What more can you ask for your franchise quarterback? Game might leave too. Game ain't going nowhere. Wait, Gabe
can't go nowhere for 4 more years, bro.
He's not going nowhere. I'm about to get a jersey. I'm really about to get Gabe jersey.
He can't go nowhere because he knows he's gonna be eating once Beasley and Sanders retire. So
yeah,
that'll be done.
And we don't know what Isaiah Hodgson gonna do next year too.
And he was a better prospect at the time. So we gonna see. We got Stevenson too.
Bunch of weapons.
Jake
Kumaro,
he's still a beast. So I mean, we gonna see.
Trash.
We gonna say
get out of here.
Jake Kumaro.
There's a reason why he don't ever step on the field, bro.
I mean, look who's in front of him. You can't say nah, cut it out. Because look who's in front of him. How is he gonna get play time? I mean, he's still getting snapped. Come on now, because I'll postpone this show longer.
Hold on,
you're gonna hate on my man. Touchdown Jesus. Touchdown Jesus.
He caught one touchdown pass last year in the Bronco game, and now all of a sudden he touchdown.
He been had that. He had that name in Green Bay. He been earned
for
his
what?
name, man.
Don't get me started.
Look,
man,
if Rogers vouched for him, man, he's my boy. If Discount double check,
I agree with Julian.
If Discount double check, fuck with him, I'll fuck with him. He's a beast. He just hasn't had the time because there's so much better players in front of him. Like how can you get
key phrase? There are so many better players in front of him.
Exactly.
That's the key phrase.
Look, that's not like we got scrubs in front of him. We got great players. Stephon Diggs is an all-star.
Pro Bowler, all pro.
So nobody's getting in front of him. Sanders is a seasoned vet. Nobody's getting in front of him. Gabe Davis, he's a beast. We ain't getting from him. You can't replace Beasley. That's 4 receivers right there. Like, come on now. Then it comes touchdown Jesus.
Nah, stop.
You gotta give him the ball. Give Jesus the ball.
Listen, I can't wait till next year, man. It's like I told you. You see that long hair don't care story?
This dude, Anthony Davis, is trash, bro.
Listen, you already know what happens when the show gets to his last 10 minutes. We just start talking shit. So at our last note, anybody else want to throw in some tidbits real quick?
Nah, man, we love you, Josh Allen.
I love you, Josh Allen, with all our heart. He had 100. Well, real quick, 300, 100 game, man. 4th player to ever do it behind Russell Wilson, Cam Newton, and Lamar Jackson. So shout out to JA17, another record book. These 2 guys, they're too into that Laker game, so we gotta head out. So, Jonathan, I appreciate you taking the time out to join in. Mafia talking this shit, man. Big as always, man. Nothing but love. It's your host, J Mafia. Another episode of Mafia Talk. Tune in Saturday where we're going to talk Panthers. That's going to be a big one because he's a Carolina native. We got
I got a bet with my nephew about that too. I'll get into it more on the next show.
Shit, hopefully let's talk to Cousin Joe and try to get nephew in here, man. Talk his little
yeah, for sure.
I got my brother-in-law on my girl's side. He's a big Panthers fan, so hopefully I could try to get him in, talk his shit. But I mean,
oh my God, this dude just throwing up air balls.
Okay, look, I want to watch the game too. So there we have another episode of Mafia Talk. Thank you, everybody, tuning in, joining in. Please like, share, subscribe, jump into YouTube, subscribe there, tune in on Twitter, give me a follow, Facebook, give me a like, all that good stuff. Let's grow, let's expand, man. Let's make this one of the best episodes, podcast shows, all that good stuff, man. Nothing but love. You got something going on? Please let me know. I love to support my peoples, and let's grind together. So let's get it. Go Bills.
Go Bills.
Wait, no.
Get the hell out of here.
Like, all right. Man, you know what? Goodbye, Jonathan. Goodbye.
Yeah, get him out of here.
All right, man. Go Bills. Go Mafia. Let's stay strong and believe, man. We still got a pulse. We just got to win out the season, and then let's just win out. We could still win the division, and we can still make the playoffs. So there you have it, man. Go Bills.
Go Bills.